Oh, my sweetest little chickens. We're back. Oh, we are so back. We are so back. We're back with the Big Sister series. I know you guys have missed me. You've missed your Big Sis and a Big Sis series. I honestly didn't know how many of you enjoyed this, genuinely. And I think that's because of the curse of numbers. You know, like, I have videos on TikTok that get 1 million+ views or, you know, hundreds of thousands of likes. So on YouTube, when a video of mine gets 400 views, I'm like, does anyone care? Because I'm used to like the TikTok algorithm of it all, but I know that that's different, and it's different here. And I am so happy that you guys are into this series, because you know that I love it and I have big dreams for it. And right now, you guys are here at the beginning of it all. We're gonna bring in a little guest. We're gonna bring in Carter. You guys sent in some questions on Instagram to talk, to ask us about. Let's talk about the snacks for this episode. Thursday, Carter works late, so we eat a little bit later. So like, I don't want a snack, I want dessert, right? So the snack of the week is these milk chocolate pretzels. I am a slut for pretzels, any kind, okay? They can be the hard kind in the bag. A soft pretzel, I'm foaming at the mouth. I will go to any sporting event just to get a soft pretzel. If I go to Disney World, first thing I'm getting, Mickey soft pretzel, okay? So ostensibly I love chocolate covered pretzels, right? So we got the Snyder's chocolate covered pretzels. And then also, just because I'm like really in a chocolate mind, like I have my period right now and I don't usually get period cravings, but this month for whatever reason, I have just wanted chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. So if you know, you know. The Lindt mint chocolate Santa. My mom switches it up every year. This year's the Santa. Sometimes it's a snowman. Sometimes it's like the gold bear. This time it's Santa. I'm gonna bite his head off. So that's the snacks. I don't have a drink of the week, so I'm going to be polishing off this buy that I have. Okay, pineapple mango, and then once that's over, hey, water. Staying hydrated. So those are my snacks. Those are my drinks. Get in your PJs. Get a cozy little blankie. Get a snack. And come and sit down. Let's chit chat.
Yeah. How am I? Where am I? I'm good.
We have our special guest here today on the Big Sister series.
Hello.
First guest, Carter Scott Horton. Say hello to the people.
Hi, people.
Non sequitur, but I have been having a craving to like watch mid-2000s rom-coms. And that reminds me that I need to put Hitch on the list. I want to watch Hitch again. And I want to watch The Proposal, which I don't think is mid-2000s, but it's that
That's era. A good one.
It's that era. I just have this craving for that just my... Okay, everyone's here now. Hi, kids! Everyone came to join the sleepover party. It has nothing to do with the cookies that are here.
So much chocolate. You guys are gonna die if you eat any of this. Bless you! Oh, that was so much snot!
Where'd it go?
It's on the tinfoil, I think.
No! Ew! It is! It is!
You're so gross.
Oh, God.
At least it's on the tinfoil and not like, okay, bye. She literally showed up to sneeze on our food and then dipped. Oh.
Well, this is off to a great start. Okay, so now we're going to get to the Q&A section. I put on my Instagram story this app that is like an anonymous question app. So I don't know who sent these, but I have... What?
It just reminds me of Tumblr.
Yes, it's very Tumblr. Mm-hmm. Or like, what was it called? Like Ask FM or...
Oh, yeah.
There was another one.
There was another.
Yeah, that I used to love those, and they would hurt my feelings every time. I curated some of the ones that I felt were the best to ask. Here's the first one. How do I get over my ex when we planned the marriage, the kids, the house, everything?
Oof.
That's kind of hard. I was thinking when I picked that question that I was like, oh, well, you were dating someone that you thought you were going to marry, but like you broke up with her, so I don't know if like you have like feelings about that. Like, how did you get over her because you broke up with her? But
I mean, it was. I don't want to say that it was tough because that. I mean, when you have a relationship where you think that you found your person, no matter how long you're ignoring the cracks that are there in that relationship, because there are too many cracks for you to work on and fix together, right? If this relationship does fall apart. And I think that is the only difference between a relationship that works and goes the distance and doesn't. Like, there is no relationship without cracks. It's just, are you two able to work together to fill those in and make something beautiful, right? Like, it's, I can't remember the Japanese pottery technique, but it's like repairing something that's broken and has cracks with gold and making it even more beautiful than it was to begin with. So there will always be cracks in a relationship, no matter how idyllic it seems. But if you're in that situation where you think this is gonna go in your china cabinet, to keep my metaphor going, right? Like, it's a really nice bowl, your relationship, and then someone is like, oh, actually, the other person in the relationship is like, actually, I bought that off of Amazon. Doesn't mean the same thing to me that it meant to you. That's really difficult. Now, I did break up with my ex. We don't need to get into the specifics. I don't want to talk about that on the internet, frankly. We were very serious. And it took me probably like a year to get over it, which we dated for like a year, year and a half. But I think part of that too is like an immense amount of guilt that I felt over how terribly I handled it. And also mourning the loss of the relationship and realizing that like I wanted the relationship more than I wanted her. You know?
That's an important distinction for this question, I think. How do you get over someone that you had your life planned with? Did you want a life with that person? Or did you want that life that we all think we have to have? The marriage, the kids, the house, the whatever.
And whether you think you have to have it, or it is legitimately what you want, like, not to discredit the nuclear family. Sure. Did you want them?
Or that.
As far as the actual how, like practical, applicable advice, I would say, I think chocolate always helps. You know? A good nap. Getting up and moving your body in any way, shape, or form.
When I went through a really bad breakup, I started waking up really early and going for walks outside, and the way it changed my brain chemistry was truly incredible.
Yeah.
This one's an easy one. How'd you guys meet? We met on Tinder. Very quickly, I had in my bio, what I said was that I wanted someone to take me out on an A+ picnic date, and Carter's bio said,
"Don't threaten me with a good time. I will take you on a picnic."
Something like that. And I remember coming across his profile going, that's weird. Like, I had just recently changed my bio from something like flirty and a little sexual, like you could take it sexually, to like, I want someone to take me on a date, because no one was taking me out on dates. So I said that about the picnic, and then like very soon after I came across his profile with the picnic quote, with the picnic quip, and I was like, oh hell yeah, oh my god. And I thought he was so cute. And he had just come back from Finland. I
just flown back in, and my bio was like an American expat riding in Finland, and I was like, that will just get me laughed at in New York. I need to change this now. And it was fall, and I was like, I want to go on a picnic with someone. So don't threaten me with a good time. I will take you out on a picnic. And then literally, I think 4 or 5 swipes, I was on the taxi home, and I was like driving through your neighborhood, which is how I probably got your profile on my queue, whatever the infinite deck of cards that you swipe on in Tinder is called. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, well, that's serendipitous, and it mortified me. So I swiped yes.
It mortified you?
It mortified me. Because I was like, this could be it. How cute, how fantastic.
Yeah.
What if we don't match? What if this cute woman doesn't like me?
And I was very much like so over Tinder that I was like, that he was like, it sounds so unrealistic that like very rom-com-y to be like, this is the last guy I'm gonna try to, you know, go on a date with, and if it doesn't work out, I'm done with Tinder. But that was it. Is that I was so over it, and I saw his profile, and I was like, well, he's cute, and it has the thing about the picnic, so I'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work out with him, I'm deleting the app. And I ended up deleting the app anyway.
Yeah, joke's on you. You deleted it anyway.
What makes Marielle different? What do you like about her? We all love her, but in your own words.
So this one's just for me.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's what makes you different. You're more than the sum of all of your parts. You're so joyful. You're a great listener. You care deeply about anyone and everyone that you come across. Maybe a little to your detriment.
Yeah.
But you've got a bleeding heart and you wear it on your sleeve, and I love that about you. You have the voice of an angel. You don't sing enough. You really don't. It's so bewitching and enchanting. That giggle.
Okay, you don't have to keep going, but...
Oh, but do.
But do.
Oh, but do. And you're really good at learning about me. I think this is what makes you different, and what has made this a successful relationship, in my point of view. Like this isn't what makes the relationship successful, but this is what is working for me in the relationship that hasn't with past lovers, is that you learn about my quirks and you enter into a dialogue with me and all of my idiosyncrasies in such a compassionate and patient way. Like, I've dated compassionate people, I've dated patient people before, but you have taken the time to learn who and how I am in a way that no one else in my life has. And I appreciate that.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
Good. Well, I love you.
I love you. Oh, I love you so much. Well, that makes me happy.
Good.
I feel like that's a good thing for partners to do with each other, is learn each other's ins and outs and how to best honor them. That's maybe what I'm looking for. I like to learn how to honor my partners, and I feel like it makes the relationship better because I understand them more than just their like surface level of who they are. What do men find desirable aside from looks?
I'm not the guy to ask this.
Not the guy to ask.
You just spent how much time talking about, like, oh, all these guys that went on dates were like this, and then Carter. I think...
Yeah, it's hard for you to answer that question because it's like you know what you find desirable besides looks, but like, what do other guys?
I'm so tempted to just, if I knew it, I would recite the cool girl monologue Rosamund Pike does from Gone Girl. Mm-hmm. Men that are worth your time are into conversation and more so a bid for affection or a bid for connection in an interest of their own. Guys all have some special interest. Saints preserve you if their special interest is football. Yeah. But I think that one of the best ways... What was the question specifically?
What do men find desirable aside from looks?
I think one of the most desirable things is someone taking an interest in you. Legitimately. We are told to sort of like put our identity into the things that we do. So, taking an interest in the things that men do shows them that you're taking an interest in them. And that they are more than just some guy.
Mm-hmm. But it's important that you don't lose yourself in their special interests, that you find someone that is also interested in your special interests. Because I know this isn't what you're saying, but in the past, like, that's how you get the pick-me girl, which is like, I'm not like other girls. I like sports and race cars and beer. It's like, you can, like, I don't like beer, but I like connecting with him over that love of beer. Like, we go to a beer and cheese place, and he enjoys helping me find something that I would like because he understands beer, you know. So, but he also takes interest in my interests and wants to do what I want and learn about what I want. So, yes to what he's saying about, I think that's a great advice, is that, like, what guys would find most desirable is someone taking an interest in what they like, which is really just anyone would like that.
Yeah.
But don't lose yourself in the cool girl thing of, well, he's into baseball, so I have to get really into baseball. You know, my BF won't go down on me.
Oh.
It's hard to not
Dump
think
him.
there's something wrong with me.
Not true.
Dump him.
Assuming you are someone who is taking care of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Not to get too graphic on the internet.
Get graphic on the internet.
It's.
Yeah.
I've never understood guys that don't enjoy it, because it's. The vulva is a beautiful thing. Mom and Pop talking birds and the bees.
Darling, your vulva is a beautiful thing.
It is. It's gorgeous. Like, it's the prettiest thing on earth.
Artists make art of it for a reason.
Yeah, and you get to shove your face in it. Right? So why not? Gender is a construct, but also it's very real, and it inflicts its rules upon all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Part of growing up as a man, there's a lot of jokes going around about it being gross. Mm-hmm. So don't. I will make a slight edit to my dump him statement, which is have a conversation with him about it,
mm-hmm.
and see if he's scared. See if there's an insecurity or an uncomfortability.
It's worth having a conversation.
Have the conversation, but if you open a dialogue and he goes, I just don't like it.
Boo!
Boo.
Dump.
Then, suddenly, I don't know how you feel about fellatio, but I would say suddenly you don't like it either.
Oh, yeah.
Tit for tat.
And see how far that goes. Do you guys have any tattoos? Or tattoo projects?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple. I have one on this arm that says grease paint in my veins, and it's in white ink. I have...
Theater nerd. Everybody point and laugh.
Even worse than the theater kid is the 2 Peter Pan stars on my wrist. The second star is right and straight on till morning. And then I have a little witch sitting in a crescent moon on my side. On my other side, I have a hydrangea in a mason jar that's a matching tattoo with my best friend, and it's blown out and ugly and I hate it. But I do love it because it's a matching tattoo with my best friend. Then I have an Om symbol on this foot, which I kind of regret. I kind of do a little bit. Like, I got it when I was at the height of, like, my spiritual, like I was still looking for... I was looking for something to fill the hole that that catechism left. Stop. that catechism left when I pushed it to the side of what I was raised Catholic, and I got the Om symbol because I was in that very spiritual yogi kind of place, and I don't think it's totally appropriation, but it doesn't feel great to have it on me. Anyway, and then I also have a little rat that is...
I love your rat.
My rat that is dressed like Paris Hilton. It has a little denim skirt and a little cardigan and red lips and red heels.
That's hot.
And that's hot. And I think that's it.
Doesn't the rat have a knife?
The rat doesn't have a knife.
Is it a purse?
A purse, yeah.
Huh.
Julianne, that's also a friendship tattoo because my best friend has the same rat but dressed as a farmer.
No knife.
No.
I don't know why I'm picturing a rat with a knife.
No.
I've got two, neither of which I regret. Both of which are dumb. I have a three-eyed cat that was a Friday the 13th flash tattoo. It cost me $20 in total. I got it after I moved to the city after graduating. It was like the first time I lived totally alone, all on my own. I was like making my way as an actor. I saw this thing on Instagram and I was like, that's cool. I want that tattoo. And I waited in line all day and I got it. And whenever someone asks me what it means, there is a meaning for me. But the meaning that I tell everyone is, it means I had $20.
There you go.
Which is true. And then I also have Slowking on my right thigh right here, because Slowking is my favorite Pokemon. And in the movie, I think it's Pokemon 2000, it's the second one, with Lugia and Zapdos and Articuno and Moltres. He is a character and he speaks. And, the weather gets all messed up and he's on this tropical island and it suddenly starts snowing. And he just says, I could use some pants. And so I got that tattoo on my thigh so that if you ever see that, it means I could use some pants.
There you go. It's great.
Those are my tattoos. I want so many more.
I always want more, but tattoos cost a lot of money.
My big thing is anxiety about being cast.
Yeah, as actors and models and stuff, you have to be conscious of where your tattoos are. It's either you have to be someone that is heavily tattooed or you have to hide them. There's no in between, which is annoying, but
it is.
It is what it is.
It is.
What quality did you see in each other that made you see a future together? For me, I think the quality that I saw that was important to me to see in a partner was that he's very good at taking care of me, which sounds kind of selfish without context, I would say, I guess, or seems very surface level. But with context, I take care of everyone in my life. I'm constantly worried about being the best partner, friend, family member that I can be for someone. And I care so deeply and I go above and beyond for people, and I've always been like that with my partners, and I have very rarely ever had that reciprocated, and I thought it was just something I had to put up with for a long time, that I was just always going to love more, care more, do more. And over the years, as I've learned more from my failed relationships, I've realized that it doesn't have to be that way, and I should find someone to take care of me, because when you're someone that takes care of everyone else, you should have someone to take care of you. And he's very good at that. He's very selfless, and as I've learned more about watching TikToks of how women, suffer with their emotional labor that's put on them, and all the things that we as women and our mothers, our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, what have you, have all put up with in the gender roles of marriage and partnership, and how we shouldn't accept that anymore. I was looking for someone that fit that kind of ideal of a man that isn't going to make you do emotional labor, that isn't going to do what's it called, weaponized incompetence, and all that. And that's very much not him. And the other day, you were doing so much just in general, for the household, for everything, for us and your own life. And I had my period, and he takes very good care of me when I have my period, because I get really, really bad periods. And I was at work, and usually we clean together. We like to clean together so that not one person feels like they're doing too much. So like he was gonna clean the apartment. I was like, well, wait for me. I'll clean a little bit when I get home. And he was like, make sure, yes, a little bit, because I don't want you exerting yourself. You deserve to rest. And I was like, oh, and I thought to my head immediately, I was like, well, I have been resting. I've been babied too much. Like I don't need to be taken care of any more than I've already been taken care of, because I'm taking advantage. Like he's gonna wake up one day and go like, she's taking advantage of me. But then I thought to myself, like, this is what I've wanted, is to be taken care of and to be baby girled. And I know that I reciprocate, and I know that I'm a good partner, so I just need to shut up and take advantage of when he wants to take care of me. So yeah, very long-winded way of saying that's what I saw in you, is your selflessness and your acts of service and your, the way you take care of me.
The quality that helped me, or like showed me the most that I wanted you, is your authenticity, and like your how hard you try. Literally all the things that you were just talking about, how you treat everyone else. I know there's like probably better and like earlier examples, and there's again definitely countless examples because of how selfless you are and thoughtful for those around you. It's almost like the way that you care is like second nature. It's not a thing that you think about. It is your default. But watching you get gifts for your family the very first Christmas that we spent together.
Mm.
You went so above and beyond for every single person in your life. Mm-hmm. It's not just, oh, it's Christmas, I should get someone something. Like you thought deeply about all of these people that you love, and you trying to find a way to put that love into the real world. And again, this Christmas, with a very different like financial situation, the way that you give gifts, I think is like a really nice microcosm of who you are as a person and how you care, how you listen, and you remember.
Mm.
Lots of people listen, but not everyone remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's beautiful about you. That's one of the things that's beautiful about you.
That you could see forever because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that was a question. How do you navigate moving in together and having different aesthetics and decor tastes or cleaning habits? We talked about it before we moved in together. We had a whole discussion talking about our expectations and
Yes.
what we thought was going to happen and what we would like to happen. So that's helpful if you're moving in with a partner, is like setting expectations and boundaries and all that. With different decor aesthetics, it can be hard, I think, if it's very different. We're lucky enough that we have similar tastes. Like we can find a compromise because they're similar enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if I was like a colorful maximalist where if I was like a colorful maximalist where I like that like squiggly like mirror and like flowers and pink and like all very like, which is fine, like I love that aesthetic too, but like it's very much not his. Like he likes dark, like
We're too poor for my tastes, so honestly I let her decorate.
Anyway, so what I'm getting at is like our tastes aren't different enough to not be able to compromise. So but if they were, I feel like then that's again just something you talk about. But yeah, it's just really good communication. This like
one of the ways that we communicated was by making a joint Pinterest board.
Oh yes.
And that was really helpful for me to like put in all of these things that I loved and then see what Marielle was putting in and seeing, because I don't think there's like a huge center to the Venn diagram of our tastes. I like things that are, it's weird, I like austere and timeless, and then I like mid-century modern.
Right, yeah.
Which those two are totally
that's like me.
contrasting.
With me, I like dark academia, like romantic academia, but I also like light, cutesy cottagecore, cozy lived-in farmhousey kind of thing.
Yeah.
As far as like living together and chores and cleaning and stuff, it's just, you know, keeping open communication about like how we're feeling. Like, you know, if I really wanted to clean and the only day we could do it is one day, and he tells me like, listen, I have absolutely no spoons to clean, I'd say, okay, heard. And I'd do the cleaning myself, knowing that he doesn't have the spoons to help. And also I know that he's not going to do that every time, you know, like, you know, it's because if that were the case, then we have a problem. But, you know.
Yeah, then it's not about spoons.
Yeah, right. So just open communication is always going to be the way to go.
The key.
And last question. I'm two-spirit, but trans-mask, 3 years on low-level T, just had my full hysterectomy and top surgery, and still trying to get used to everything. Namely, trying to figure out exercise routines that will be more beneficial to masculinizing my body more. Thank you.
Okay.
So that's a question for Carter, because I don't know.
I am not a personal trainer. I am not a nutritionist.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. This is not legal advice. I think like the things that guys are really obsessed with and that like we associate with the male physique are our arms, specifically bis and tris.
Bis and tris.
Hit your bis and tris. Good forearms, you know. Shoulders and your traps. I would say like your chest, your pec muscles, but I know that's probably like really sore, and I don't think I don't know how long it takes, but I know recovery from top surgery is very involved. It takes a very long time. So definitely don't hit the chest out the gate.
Isn't there an app you use that shows you?
There is. I use an app called like Smart Gym. Can you hold the mic?
Yes.
It's melting in my hand, by the way.
Oh,
so don't,
dang it!
Don't hold it
we have to put it in the fridge.
too tight, because we're deforming Santa. It's called Smart Gym. I have to pay for it. It's a subscription. I want to say it's somewhere in the range of like $80 a year, and it helps you catalog, track your progress. There's a bunch of fun charts if you're a math nerd like me and you like to see data visualized. It also has this nifty little thing where you can put in what equipment is available to you, your fitness level, what your hopes and goals are. Yeah, I would say definitely like getting the Dorito bod, the traps, working on your traps, and your arms and your shoulders are definitely going to help you appear more traditionally masculine. Does that answer the question?
That answers the question.
It does. Congratulations.
Yeah.
By the way.
Congrats.
Congrats. That's huge.
That's huge. That's a lot to undergo as well.
And like, you know, don't rest up first. Yeah.
And remember, you know, that sometimes masculinity is a trap.
It is a prison.
There was this guy on TikTok that was a trans man, and he had this whole conversation about how he was like, it's not that I miss being a woman, but I miss the community that being a woman has. Men don't have a community.
Oh, it's very lonely.
It's very lonely to be a man. And so I'd say also more important, just as important as working on masculinizing your form that will make you feel more passing or make you feel, you know, comfortable in your body, is fostering a sense of community within, you know, your guy friends, and I mean you can also end your girlfriends, but you know, being a man can be very lonely. I think. All right. Well, thank you, Carter, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
For our sleepover. This was our first episode back from quite a long break. Very exciting news to come from the Big Sister series. I'm going to start a Patreon. Yay! Whoa. The thing is that, and I'm sure a lot of you know this, especially when you have like favorite content creators, is that being a content creator is a very frustrating career to have obviously it's a very easy career to have in the grand scheme of things. I know how we get about influencers saying they have hard jobs, but being a content creator is hard because your money is so unstable. Your finances are so unstable, and you love to do things like this, like make YouTube series and make content for the people that actually want to ingest it. But it's hard to get that monetization when the only way you can get it is off the backs of brands that, you know, fuck around with the money that they give you and take advantage of you, or just don't hire you. And, you know, TikTok is TikTok, and YouTube, it's hard to get, you know, like an influx of money. You need like a lot of followers and, you know, all that. So Patreon is a good way to be able to make a living doing something that you love and giving back to the people that are helping support you. And I wasn't sure about it for a long time, but then like the more I thought about it and the more we talked about it, I was like, I love being available to my followers. I love being able to give them what they signed up to see, which we know we don't get on TikTok because you follow someone and then you never see them again. So this is my way of being able to work for y'all. And I'm really excited about it. My patrons will get early access to the Big Sister episodes, and they are the only ones who can ask questions and have their questions answered. And then there will also be once a month a live Big Sister series where I go live on Patreon and we all have like one big sleepover and we chit chat in real time, which I'm super excited for, because I like to have, it's hard, like as fun as the Big Sister series is and has been so far, it's better to talk to someone and have like a conversation and a flow, you know. So I'm really excited about those, the live Big Sister series. There will also be just random bonus content that I just post, you know, like maybe a product review, you know, a haul here and there, or like something that I want to talk about, that I want to make a Patreon exclusive. But also what's included in the Patreon price is that you will have the opportunity to hire me as a personal stylist. With the monthly subscription comes the ability to hire me as a personal stylist, which would be an extra fee, but it will be like, you know, we'll be able to have video chats together, and you give me a budget and I will online shop for you, or like I can go thrifting for you and find pieces in the thrift stores in New York City. And I basically am just your little personal stylist for a week. And I'm most excited about that because that is where my passions lie. And I'm hoping to, in the future, turn that into like maybe a little show. Like some sort of little like series, like show that maybe in my wildest dreams is picked up by a network or something, you know, but we're getting away with ourselves here. So right now, as this Big Sister series is posted, the Patreon is live. I will post the link in the bio of this video. If you're interested in that, go check it out. Go click on the link. So I'll see you next time. Love you so much. Have a great night. Bye.